Some of you guys have probably seen the ad for this book, Where Are We? Earth According to the Bible. This is for the handful of people that actually want to learn, that actually want to know what does the Bible say about Earth. Here's the cover, Where Are We? Earth According to the Bible. 8.5 by 11, 320 pages. I did the cover, all the artwork, and there's over 100 examples from the Bible, more than 100 original illustrations done by yours truly. Where Are We? Earth According to the Bible. Let's get going. I'm going to give you something to go by. Introduction. This whole subject of this book came about from a hike that I went on back almost 10 years ago. I brought the Bible with me, started in the beginning, Genesis chapter 1, and it made no sense. And I thought I went on this trip to get closer to God, and I absolutely felt like I was a million miles from Him. This is in Montana, northwest Montana, right near Glacier Park, if you guys have been there. Part 1, we'll journey through the creation account in the first book of the Bible, Genesis. And you can check out the rest of that. Day 1, let's check this out. In the beginning, the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. And the Spirit of God moved upon the face of the waters. And God said, Let there be light. And there was light. And God saw the light, that it was good. And God divided the light from the darkness. And God called the light day, and the darkness He called night. And the evening and the morning was the first day. So this illustration here shows in simplified terms. So this is King James, this is NIV, ESV, and NRSV. Day 2, Genesis 1, 6 through 8. And God said, Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters. Then God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And God said, Let there be a dome in the midst of the waters, and let it separate the waters from the waters. So God made the dome, D-O-M-E, and separated the waters that were under the dome from the waters that were above the dome. Midst of the waters, here is a firmament, which is called heaven in the King James Version. Also called sky in other versions. It's also called a vault. It's called an expanse, a dome. Here's a firmament with waters under, waters over. Does this look like some spinning ball in space? Day 3, Genesis 1, 9 to 13. God said, Let there be the waters under the heaven be gathered together into one place. Let the dry land appear. And it was so. God called the dry land earth. Let me skip ahead just a little. So let the earth bring forth grass. That's interesting. Do you see the sun here yet? Sun, moon, and stars? Nope. But you see the earth and you see grass and the water gathered into one place. So how can all the water be gathered in one place? We got umpteen seas and the water in one place. Let's go. This is what's in the Bible. And God said, Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night. Let it be for signs, for seasons, for days, for years. Let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also. God set them in the firmament, lesser light, greater light, two lights, two lights and stars in a firmament. If this isn't interesting to you, then maybe it's just the wrong time for you. Maybe it's just not the right time. So day 5, that the waters bring forth abundantly the moving creatures that hath life, and the fowl that may fly above the earth in the open firmament of heaven. And God created great whales, and every living creature that moveth, which the waters brought forth abundantly after their kind, and every winged fowl after his kind. And God saw that it was good. Day 6, mankind shows up, but after the creatures. Here's what's described so far. Day 7, he rests. Has this opened your eyes a little bit as to what the creation week in the very beginning of Genesis actually says? And there's been pastors that have somehow tried to twist this into showing some kind of a ball, or maybe somehow trying to fit this into the theory of the Big Bang and all that. Good luck with that one. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and on them he hath set the world. So God has set the earth on pillars. And it's a metaphor, it's an analogy. No, it's you don't understand, and you have to make it a metaphor, an analogy, because you don't understand. And you can't stand not understanding. So therefore, it is an analogy to you. But is it really an analogy? The world is firmly established, it cannot be moved. Tremble before him all the earth. Yes, the world is established, it shall never be moved. Cannot be moved. Can you, like him, spread out the skies hard as a molten mirror? Remember, we already established it's hard, strong. Where wast thou when I laid the foundations of the earth? Declare if thou hast understanding. Who hath laid the measures thereof, if thou knowest? Or who hath stretched the line upon it? Whereupon are the foundations thereof fastened? Or who laid the cornerstone thereof? Foundations of the earth, there's a cornerstone, measuring line stretched across it. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. You have fixed all the boundaries of the earth. So there's boundaries of the earth, borders, boundaries of the earth. When the earth totters with all its inhabitants, it is I who keep its pillars steady. He has established the world that shall never be moved. This is from page 37. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I'll end with this. God drew a circle on the face of the deep. When he set a compass, an instrument for drawing circles or marking measurements consisting of two pointed legs joined at the top by a pivot. When he made firm the skies above. We're at page 46. There's 320 pages in this book. Hopefully this has been beneficial for you. This has been a huge and probably the biggest endeavor I've ever undertaken with assembling all of this, with putting everything together. It has cost thousands of hours and tens of thousands of dollars to be able to research all this and boil it all down and be able to present it to people in a way that is very simple and straightforward to go through. For those of you guys that already have the book, I've got just fantastic responses and replies and feedback from people. Thank you for your support. For those of you guys that will get the book, thank you. I greatly appreciate your support. Chad Taylor here. Where are we? Thebook.com. Thanks again. We'll see you soon.